Welcome, weebs and otakus. You're listening to HeyAnime. Today on the show, we'll be talking to Jordan from Shonen Flop about G Gundam. Welcome, Jordan.
Yeah, hello. Can I just tell you, it's been like a running gag almost at Shonen Flop where like in all of our warm-ups, there'll be a lot of times where G Gundam just comes up. And I love it because then I get to just show people the Tequila Gundam.
Right? It's so amazing. The Gundam designs in this are amazing. Personally, like I feel like just because I'm from Canada, I need a lumberjack. Like
It's so good.
it's so good. Like even the pilot, like the minute I seen him, I'm like, that guy's from Canada. I was like, I've never seen a Canadian in anime, but that is a Canadian. And then they said it, and I was like, nailed it. I was like,
Yeah.
You guys nailed it. I was like, he looks like 90% of the people from my hometown right now. I was like, flannel shirt, fucking vest. I was like, I was like, yes. I was like, where is his Gundam? And as soon as they're like, it's the lumberjack, I was like, of course it is.
Of course it is. Dude, the Gundam had like a beanie. It had like
it was yes, it's amazing. That's like why I need it. Like I just it's amazing. It like the Gundam is just peak design. Like it is so I've never seen a such a Canadian robot in my life.
It's perfect. It's so good. It's like the seer. It's also so funny because I noticed he kind of has one of the less prominent Canadian accents compared to every other voice actor in the show.
Right? Like it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny how noticeable that is. It's
Yeah.
wild. Like I started it up and it's like 1994. I'm like, oh my god, this is as old as I am. I was like, this is amazing. I was like, I'm all in. It's been a while since I've gone back and watched some like classic anime, but like frick, I love the old school dubbing and stuff. It's so good.
It's amazing. Like you want to know what 90s dubbing is like? This is 90s dubbing. You know, where it's just like they're saying these like insane lines that like kind of work. Like they work enough where you can understand what they're saying and like yeah, grammatically they make sense, but it's also like nobody would ever say this like that.
Oh, the one kid who says bro to the point where like the word loses all
Yeah.
like audible, you just start zoning it out.
So there's a reason for that. In Japanese, there's this word called aniki, which essentially means it's like one of those words where it's like not super translatable. Like it doesn't. It's there's not a one-to-one, but the closest one is it essentially means brother. Like, have you ever seen Gurren Lagann?
Yeah.
Well, every time Simone or calls Kamina bro, he's saying Ani. So that's what I'm assuming Saisaichi is doing. But it's put in very awkwardly.
Right? It's excessive. Like it is. And like I love how it's that old school anime where there's no silence. There's like just maniacal laughing between all the like slow points of the fight. Any point where there's buildup, there's just
I know. This series is somehow even more awesome than it is stupid, and it's really stupid.
Right? Like it took me literally going back and watching like some of the fights to be like everything ends in shining finger.
Yeah. No, and you talk about the Canadian Gundam, I have to talk about the American Gundam, which so the Canadian Gundam is voiced by this guy named Andrew Graham, which like okay, that's a human being's name. All right? That is the name that a person would have. The American Gundam's pilot, his name is Chibody Crockett.
That's my favorite name.
It's an amazing name.
Every time he goes Chibody,
Chibody!
Like, yes,
yeah. And what's amazing is that, and he's got like this straw in his mouth, like just like it's hilarious. It's like because like when Japan thinks of America, they think of the Wild West. Apparently, like it's been a thing where they just associate America with cowboys. That's always been the direct association. So it's like,
So great.
but the Gundam is amazing because it's Chibity is a boxer. It basically combines everything that Japanese people know about Americans because the Gundam has football pads a and like one bar of like a face mask for like a football helmet, but the football pads come off of its shoulders and turn into boxing gloves.
Yes, it's so great.
And then of course he has guns, and then rides his shield like a skateboard or a surfboard. I was like, I guess Hawaii is part of America. I don't know about that part, but it is just like the shoulder pads that turn into boxing gloves fucking send me every time. Just
Right?
genius design.
Right? Like they steal the show a bit from the Shining Gundam in all those first episodes, just with how much character they ooze.
Oh, and he's got like just this gang of girls that just like follow him around as like his cheerleader.
Yeah,
And
yeah, it's
they're all like secretly like street criminals.
and I love how just like straightforward everything naming is. It's not like there's no it's just consistent across the board. Neo Japan, Neo Canada,
Yeah.
Neo like there's no straying from nothing. It's just yes, these are the places.
It's so funny because like at the very least Japanese Gundam fans hated this series from what I can gather when it came out. Because Gundam every other Gundam series is like this intelligent, like, analytical dissection of war and its consequences, and like
Mhm.
there's like all this political intrigue, and there are like these cool giant robot fights. G Gundam though is just like, nah, fuck it, man. Instead of war, we're having boxing matches between giant robots. Fuck
Right?
it.
Like it took me a bit to realize at the end of the opening theme song that the like lines the Gundam leaves were fucking boxing arenas like
The
ropes. I was like, "Oh
Yeah,
my god." I was
I
like, "That is
know.
fucking beautiful."
I know. It's so good. I love the moment in the intro where like the Dragon Gundam is just dragging the French Gundam's face across the ropes. Like, oh hell yeah.
It is so deadly. It like oh, my only problem with the intro is like the moment you get introduced to Master Asia, the dude's gonna be a turn heel because that intro screams it.
Yeah.
Like it is I literally was like if it was not for that intro, I would have believed he was on Domon's side until a little bit after where we're talking about, but like
Oh,
because
yeah.
of that intro, I just knew them. I'm like, oh, here he is. I was like, oh, he's his mentor. I was like, that's interesting. Too bad he's gonna betray him.
Well, the way I best heard it, there was another podcast that was talking about G Gundam, and they got to the part with Schwartz Bruder. And Schwartz Bruder, I mean, is it okay if I spoil the episodes we're not talking about? I mean,
Oh, for sure.
yeah, Schwartz. So the main conceit of G Gundam is that at least in the beginning, one of the driving things is that Domon is looking for his brother, who he believes is evil, and then he encounters this guy Schwartz Bruder, who's wearing a mask, and Schwartz Bruder translates to Dark Brother. And so it's like, oh, I fucking wonder who that is. But it's also like the show is it's a Racer X thing where the show is like, yeah, we know but you're also like, but how? But how is he his bro? What the fuck? Like, it's so
That's
good.
fucking great. They
Like,
tried to do a Darth Vader thing there and just completely fucking spoiled
yeah,
it all.
yeah. Well, doesn't Darth Vader literally translate to Dark Father?
I
Like,
believe so. I believe that was actually a complete accidental happenstance. I don't think
yeah.
George Lucas planned for it. It was literally just he picked the name and it just so happened to translate to that after the
Oh,
fact. He was like, "Oh, neat."
yeah. No, and I love speaking of things that they give up, did you notice how in the first episode, Domung caught a bunch of bullets that were fired at him,
Yes.
and then he never does it again.
Yeah, I was literally like in the moment, I was just like, oh my god, this is so fucking 90s anime. The
Yeah.
dude just caught fucking bullets. And yeah, he never does it again. Like,
I'm I'm like 90% sure what happened is that the team who animated who made it was like, "Okay, that was overpowered. We can't just we can't do that. All right. Let's not do that. Let's just pretend that we didn't have him able to do that." Okay? And so but it's like it's like, "Okay, that's the line you're drawing? All right."
yeah, it's quite wild. And like I was kind of interested with like all the different, like it's literally just starts off very formulaic. Like he fights somebody, asks them if they know his dad, and then he broods about it. And then like right around 12 there, it really starts to like pick up and actually like change in plot. So it was kind of interesting to see or I guess it was just before 12. It was about
Yeah.
when I think it was around, let me see here from my notes. It was around like 10 or so when it kind of shook
Yeah.
things up with the phantom fighting, or the phantom fighters appear. Let's see.
With like the DG cells and the Egyptian Gundam that is a mummy.
Right? Oh my god, beautiful.
It's the Pharaoh Gundam, and then it is wrapped in like bandages. It's a mummy Gundam. Oh god. On one hand, can I also just say on one hand, like I thought it was strange how nobody had like none of them have like accents, kind of,
Right?
you know, but except Canadian accents, because as anybody who is familiar with anime dubbing knows, in the 90s all dubs were made in Canada for some reason.
Yeah, probably tax reasons of some sort. There's a
Oh,
lot of,
100%. Yeah.
and I mean free healthcare too. I mean, if you're
Yeah.
working here, you get covered. So it's there's quite a few benefits to working in Canada. That's why television kind of does a lot of it here nowadays.
That makes sense. Also, like, fun fact, I'm pretty sure before Canada it was in England. Like there are like I think there are some dubs in like the 80s where like I think there's a really awful Fist of the North Star dub from England.
Oh, I want to see that. Like I
Oh
want to
no,
see a bad English dub.
what you want to see is the 90s Fist of the North Star live action movie. That's what you want to see.
Yes.
Where they made, you know, the Kenshiro's scars, like,
Yeah.
on his chest? They did those with they used condoms to make those. So he just has, like, these condoms on his chest. Like, it's insane.
Is there a like viral scene from that of a dude's head exploding?
I don't know, but there should be. No, I think you're talking about I think that's from Scanners. I think I know what you're talking about.
Okay, because somebody told me to watch Fist of the North Star, and I couldn't remember if they recommended a few things in that, and I couldn't remember if that was what I was thinking of.
Yeah. Fist of the North Star is, like, kinda one of the the original shonen bloody
Yeah,
anime.
I know the anime decently well. I haven't watched it, but like I've grew up hearing about it quite a bit, so
Yeah.
I have a fair idea of things from it. I just never knew there was a 90s live action version.
I didn't either, and then I saw it, and I still can't believe it exists. It's there are some like lesser known pro wrestlers in it and shit. Like I think Big Van Vader is in it. Just insane. But anyway, insane things. God, G Gundam. Okay.
Yeah, so when it goes to the backstory and stuff, I was like his mom being dead and his dad in cryogenics. I was kind of like, huh. So they fridged the mom and they're putting the dad on ice, and now he's after his brother. And like the mom's acting was like, there's something about like they must have given women less takes back then. I swear to God, because like all the guys sound like they at least had a few runs at it, but I swear to God, when I hear like the mom's dialogue, I'm like, that was a first take for sure.
I mean, look, let's be real. I love G Gundam. This series is super not feminist.
Rain kicks a bit of butt for a bit. Until she gets her butt kicked right away. I was like, oh wow, she's actually competently doing something. She's taken out a few of these mobile suits and stuff. And
No, Rain is cool. I like Rain. Like Rain is competent. She is very intelligent. I don't have a problem with her character. I have a problem with how like a lot of the plots involve, oh, Rain got kidnapped again. Oh boy. And wow, Domon is treating her like shit. Hey
yeah,
Domon, you don't fucking deserve Rain. She's a
right.
doctor who cares about you immensely. Like the just this beautiful woman who just shows up and follows him despite him being a complete asshole to her while she's like this super genius. Like,
Yeah,
dude,
she's a bit of a mat to him. That is true.
uh like but she's great too. It's like apparently so G Gundam in Japan wasn't super popular
Mhm.
except for Rain. Rain is what was popular in G Gundam.
I can see why. Yeah,
Yeah.
she definitely seems like a character they'd relate to more than Domon, who's very seems 90s American edginess, like just oozes it.
He's so edgy. He is the angriest man. He is filled to the brim with anger. His love, his anger, and all of his sorrow. That's what he yells out when he's gonna do his big attack.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no. And Shining Finger, what a name. Like
I know.
oh, it was kind of funny too when you recommended the show, like literally like right before I went to go watch it, YouTube or Facebook or something with reels. My kid just opened a reel and I took my phone from him. And it was something about when you've got like a mad finger game, and it was just Shining Finger, and then it cut to like oh face, and I was just like, what the fuck was this? And then I turn on Gundam and then I see Shining Finger and I was like, "Oh my god. Oh my god. It's G Gundam. That
Oh,
meme was that reel or whatever was G Gundam." I was like, that was beautiful timing."
that attack is so brutal. He just grabs your face and crushes it. It's like
Right? And it's called
insane.
Shining Finger. It's more like fucking give me your fucking face.
Yeah, give me your face, essentially. Yeah. Except when he's far away and then it turns into a sword. That's how Shining Finger works, apparently.
Yeah, it's quite the versatile move, and I don't know, it was interesting see that I did laugh quite a bit when we were saying Rain is a pretty good female character, but when she pilots the Gundam and her suit's just magically pink.
Yeah. Oh, that brings me into so one of the things that happens in G Gundam is the way that they pilot the Gundams is a circle, like something like you know that I don't know how to describe it really, just like this thing comes down upon over them and like
Wraps them in colored saran wrap.
yeah, like saran wrap or something. And for some reason it seems like Japan's hurts. Like Japan's version of that hurts. None of the other pilots are even remotely inconvenienced, but whenever Domon or Rain are getting that thing put on them, they're like in pain.
I didn't notice that. You're right. The others
Yeah,
just get into it. Sometimes it doesn't even show them. They'll just appear in their suits, and it's like, okay, yeah, let's do this.
they don't give a shit. Whereas with Domon, he's like, ah,
Yeah.
ah.
Why? Like, I don't know. I guess they just got kinky with theirs. They're like, oh, yeah, make it a little extra tight.
I guess they were like, no, we have to make Domon like extra angry right now. Let's like I don't get it. It bugs me every time I watch the show that none of the other ones give a shit at all. They're just in their suits. Even Saichi, who's like a kid, he doesn't care. It's just
You're
like
right.
nothing.
Yeah, it's wild, and oh yeah, no. There's so much that I have to say about after the first 12 too. So I definitely it's hard not getting ahead of myself right now.
I know. Oh my god. I have to be careful because I want to be able. So basically, listener, if you're wondering why what we're talking about, I've seen this show like multiple times, but it's been a while, so I only had time to watch up to episode 12 before we record this time, and then we're going to record later after I do. So I want to make sure we have after I finish like the rest of the series. So I want to make sure that like we have stuff to talk about.
Yeah, so I'm gonna bring us back a little bit here with let's talk about some of the episodes to begin with. Like the first one here, he fights the Gundam from Italy, I believe.
Yeah, Michelob Chariot is his name.
Yes.
The names! The
Are
names in this series.
they're amazing. They're just I've never had like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure may be the only thing where I've had as much fun with names as I think this beats that out for me, honestly. Like they're so fucking great.
I know, like legit, Canada's Gundam has like the most human being name out of any of them. Like none of them are like that. Besides
Yeah,
that, like I mean, obviously I can't speak for how normal of a name Domon Kashu is, but I'm pretty sure I've never met anybody in America named Chibity.
right? And like they're just like Crockett, like Alamo, you know? That's something American.
Yeah, oh man, like cuz again, all they know is like cowboy stuff. It's amazing. It's like G Gundam is basically like it's stereotypes in the way like have you ever played Punch Out?
Yes.
It's Punch Out level stereotyping.
Yeah, it's just fun. Like
Yeah.
it's not harmful or anything. It's just fun, and it's honestly, like I said, like that Canadian dude looks literally like half the dudes in my city. Like I look, if you put a beanie on me right now, I've got the big beard, I've got the flannel jacket on this minute. Like it's not wrong.
Oh god, I love that. I love. Do you have like two axes on your arms right now?
Not quite, but we do usually like I know half the guy my friends have an axe at least at their house. Like you gotta chop wood sometimes. You go to
Oh my
camp.
god. Okay, did you happen to see the symbol on his chest? I wanted to ask you about this.
The symbol on the lumberjack's chest?
Yeah, because I have
Let me
no
bring it up.
idea what it means. I think I took a screenshot of it. I'm gonna send it in there. Do you know what that is?
I have no frigging clue.
I know, right? I was like, what? It looks like somebody took a guitar pick, punched a hole out of it, and gave it. Oh, is that a moose antler?
It might be a moose antler, you're right. I was like, it looks like a rooster head to me. Like a
Yeah.
weird rooster head. And then I was seeing the guitar pick, but yeah, you're right. That does look kind of like a moose antler. And then the other thing, I don't know, possibly the Canadian shield? But like, I don't honestly, I couldn't tell you what that's shaped like. It's just a bedrock, mass of bedrock here.
Well,
But that's the only thing I could think of relatively that shape.
the little symbols that they wear is always really funny because it's always really funny. Like the Mexican pilot has an M with a sombrero on it.
Yep.
God.
Like, and I honestly, until I started going back and looking at my notes, I didn't realize we meet Chibity all the way back in episode 2.
Yeah, he's like the first guy we meet. I always forget that too. It's like, oh, we're already there.
Yeah, no, he definitely was the most memorable one because like you meet him so early, and then like he was the one I remembered the most when they end up showing up again later. I was like, oh, it's America, and then it wasn't literally till he was like Neo Russia. I was like, okay, yeah, that is the Russian dude, right? He's
Yeah.
criminal.
Oh yeah, yeah, the Russian dude who's like a literal prisoner.
Yes, that one is a bit of a nasty stereotype. Like, I'll give everything that, but like, they're just like Russia, criminal.
He's a space pirate. He never killed anybody. They specify this, you
You're
know?
that's
Look,
true.
he's not a murderer. But yeah, no, Neo Russia is controlled by the Neo Russia pilot Argo Gulski. Again, yeah,
Yes.
that's a Russian name. Okay, I guess maybe. Like they do a great escape thing where Domon gets arrested. I do want to say I appreciate that Neo Russia seems to be the only one actually taking this whole thing seriously
Right?
because like the premise is like the winner of this tournament
Controls the planet.
rules all of humanity.
Oh, right. It's the colonies too. Yeah, it's they
Yeah.
give rule the entire colonies and the planet. And yeah, and so yeah, they're all just kind of like treating it pretty like nonchalant.
Yeah, but Rush is like, no, we're gonna arrest these guys and throw them in jail.
Yeah.
And that's how we're gonna win. But yeah, what I love about Argo is that rather than a symbol, he doesn't have a symbol, he just has a bomb strapped to his chest.
Yes.
Like, oh my god.
Oh fuck, I forgot about that, honestly. Yeah, they just strap him with a bomb and are like, all right, fight or he will blow you up.
And he's getting threatened by like the warden who's like this
Dominatrix
yes,
lady.
Soviet dominatrix is the best way to describe her.
It's so peak 90s. I
What
love
the
it.
fuck? If I were to describe G Gundam, it would be it's the Rocky 4 of Gundam.
Yeah.
This is a Rocky level understanding of the Soviet Union. If instead of Argo, the fighter for Neo Russia was Ivan Drago, it would make exactly as much sense.
You're not wrong. It's very much like just cherry picking like what you would find about each country on 90s level Google, where it's like, okay, I can get like maybe like an article or two on a travel website. I can like get some history websites maybe or something, or what you can get in your local library from books, like pictures and shit. And it's like, okay, yeah, I got an idea of what Canada's like. There's a lot of trees. There's a lot
Yeah.
of there's a lot of people in flannel in these books about Canada.
Oh man, yeah. England. Yeah, let's see. They play poker. I watch James Bond, so like they play poker and there's some knights and those guys with like, you know, the big hats.
Yep.
That's England, right?
It's
The
it's
the
so
English fight the English guy's name is Gentle Chapman.
I
His
oh god, yes. It is it's like so on the point. Like
Oh my god.
oh my god, it is great. Like I don't think any of them like make me smile as much as Chibbity Crockett still, but they're all amazing.
They're all amazing. Gentle Chapman, by the way,
Chico Rodriguez.
Chico Rodriguez. What country you think he's from?
Right? It's so great. I
What
love
the
it.
fuck, dude? It's like, where do you think the Pharaoh Gundam is from?
Could be anywhere.
Could be anywhere.
Just gentle Chapman. What
Gentle.
a
One of the first things Gentle Chapman says when he appears is, "What's all this then?" That is literally like the first line he says.
it's true. Oh my god, yeah, no, they all of them are just they're literally like like especially in the dub, they're like what we in Canada thought of like everyone outside. We're like, okay, we know this about them, we know this about them, and then like it's like built on whatever Japan knew. So it's like, okay, we can sprinkle a bit more of this in here and a bit more of that in here in the dubbing, and you can I definitely see that having grown up back then compared to like the actual day and age where we have the internet and we know things about other cultures. But like before this, like a lot of what we knew as kids growing up here in Canada about foreign culture was from exchange students, and we focused mostly on like Canadian history in school. So we didn't know much of anything other than like you said, like even us, it was like the Wild West, World War II, sports, and it's like, oh yeah, that's America,
Yeah.
sports, war, and oh, we go there for shopping because we live close to the border. That was literally America to us.
What I one of the things I find so interesting about G Gundam, I find a lot of things about G Gundam oddly very fascinating. But like
I do too.
one of the things is I always think it's really interesting. One of the interesting things about like watching anime is that you actually see how America looks from the other side. Cause like usually in America, especially America, like I'm sure Canada too, it's like we're used to seeing like, oh, we have these broad generalizations about other countries, especially like in I mean, let's be real. This was not from Google or books. This was from 80s action movies. That's where they got all this stuff about these other countries from movies, right? Like
Yeah.
so it's kind of interesting to like see them do it to us,
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
so wild because like I grew up coming to America a lot, and like I went to leadership camp when I was a teenager in Minnesota for about two or 3 weeks I was there. And all the girls there, like literally, like some of them were like, do you ride polar bears around and stuff? And I was just like, oh yeah, we ride polar bears, we live in igloos and blah blah blah. The reality is, we are so much closer to America than we are any other country. We're just America, but more spread out. Like it just takes longer to go on a road trip. Otherwise, you hit a city and like you can't tell the difference between like somewhere in Minnesota and somewhere in Ontario most of the time. It's extremely similar.
You guys are really like a continuation of the Midwest. Like the Midwest to its logical conclusion
Well,
kind of.
our entire culture is like, especially in my city where we're 40 minutes from the American border, maybe a little bit less this generation, but like we all would do like weekends to Duluth and Minneapolis and stuff. Like we spent so much time there, and like 90% of our culture is just smaller versions of that. Like we're lucky that we're near like Minneapolis and Duluth, so we get decently mid-sized bands and stuff, and we're just a small America that's a wears a bit more flannel, and I mean, not so much this past couple years, but we used to get colder weather than you guys, but now it's kind of evening out here, weirdly enough.
Yeah, now you're just getting forest fires and then sending the smoke down here.
Yeah, friggin'. I mean, there was a lot of fires the last little bit.
uh,
It's been nasty. Lots of
uh,
storms followed
God.
by dry weather, and oh yeah, no,
Yeah, but you know, climate change is a
it's
myth. Like,
fun,
Jesus Christ, Jesus fucking Christ.
right?
It's but
We're gonna be living in Gachiakuta soon, the anime manga.
right. I haven't seen that, but I've seen people talking about it.
Yeah, that's what I talked with David about for his episode.
That makes sense because he's been talking about it a lot.
It was pretty good.
It's funny because talking about this kind of gets into the actual social commentary that is in G Gundam. Like Gundam cannot help itself.
No, it
There
really
is
can't.
social commentary in G Gundam. As silly as it is to say, it's there.
It
Uh,
is.
and it's like kind of really interesting because the idea is that essentially all the rich people live on the colonies
Hmm.
and all the poor people still live on Earth, which
Yeah,
has been fucked
fucked.
up, just fucked up. And so the Gundams have the fight on Earth. It's like the joke where it's like, oh, you know, Superman causes more damage to Metropolis when he's fighting than the bad guys do. It's like the
Right?
joke they do in Powerpuff Girls all the time, except like,
I did feel the focus disappeared a little bit for a while. Like it literally, the first two episodes were so in your face with like they are destroying
yeah,
these children's lives. Then it just becomes fun fighting robots for a few episodes, and then it gets back to like, no, there's survivors in this city, and we gotta save them.
but it's also like they destroy the Eiffel Tower.
Right?
Like in
And
the what
fucking the statue just coming out of the Statue of Liberty, like that was I died. I had to pause it until I stopped laughing when it's just the Statue of Liberty opens up and a Gundam comes out.
One of the funniest things about G Gundam is to just try and guess where Shining Gundam is going to come out of.
Right?
Because it's like before the events of each episode, essentially what happens is Domon and Rain go to a new city separately for some reason. Rain has to find Domon, and Domon hid the Shining Gundam somewhere.
Yep.
And so when they get in a fight, Domon snaps his fingers and makes the Shining Gundam show up. And in America, he hid the Shining Gundam in the Statue of Liberty.
It's so good.
It just bursts out of the Statue of Liberty.
And like I messaged you right after that,
Yeah,
like after
yeah.
I stopped dying laughing, and your response just killed me even more. You're like, where else is he gonna hide it? And I was like, fuck.
Yeah, where else is he gonna hide it? Like, it's so good. But it's also like one thing I did notice is the Statue of Liberty was not where it was supposed to be. The Statue of Liberty was on the ground, almost like a Planet of the Apes.
Right?
So this is a fucked up world. Like they're in New York and an explosion happens, and Chibity's like, "What?" But that area is usually so quiet, and it's like, "What? New York?"
Yeah,
And then,
that's
but it's like,
in the slums of Shinjuku and stuff. Yeah, it
yeah,
really is wild. It sneaks it in there quite subtly if to someone who's just going in to watch dumb robots smash each other in the face.
it is because like the commentary is every time I watch G Gundam, I start like my critical analysis starts going because it's fun because like again, it's there. Like this is kind of talking about proxy wars, like the Cold War where it's
Mhm.
like oh, we're not like America and the Soviet Union aren't going to have a big war. They're just going to have a Cold War, which is they're just going to have these other people fight in their countries for them so that they can destroy so that that area of the world can get destroyed and our area is okay. And that's essentially what the Gundam fight is.
Yeah, it really is. They're like, well, Earth is fucked. It's only poor people. Might as well just, it doesn't matter if they get stomped on or their house gets a shining Gundam thrown through it or a lumberjack steps on it or Chickadee Crockett punches through your window on your house.
Yeah, I love that the place they fight in Canada is Niagara Falls.
Yes, like of all places, like the most touristy place.
It is literally like, no, it really is like, hey, creator of G Gundam, real quick, name a place in Canada.
Yep.
Niagara Falls? Okay, there we go. We're good. There.
Yep, it's like the only things that could like nowadays it would be like somebody would be like Vancouver, Toronto, Niagara, one of the three. It's like those would be the go-tos.
The two places we see in G Gundam in Canada are Niagara Falls and a log cabin in the woods.
Yep. I mean, to be fair, we have a lot of those.
Yeah, but I don't think you have them near Niagara Falls, which is like right near Toronto, right? Like
I
that's
mean,
I've
you'd be
I've been
surprised
there.
if there's like bush area, either you're almost guaranteed to find somebody has a property camping somewhere.
You know what? I take it back. They apparently did their homework on Canada at least.
Yeah, it's wild. Like I was driving 6 hours from my hometown and we were in the middle of nowhere and I seen like a group of houses and a gas station. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, that is commitment. Like I was like, you probably make a killing on all the people going to and from like on this highway, but like holy shit, like there's two houses out here and they were like nice little cabiny houses. And I was like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't social like if your neighbor sucks, you're fucked.
Well, clearly, what happened is that they had to run away from a dark past. That's how all of those happen. It's just person's just like I must escape from this, live alone.
It must be. We must just have a lot of dark past in Canada.
Oh,
People
oh
running
my
away
god.
from something.
But can we talk for a bit about the best character? Not just the best character in G Gundam, maybe the greatest character in anime, or dare I say fiction, Master Asia?
Oh my god, the name. As soon as they said it, I was like, really? I was like, really? Just straight up Master Asia. I was like, okay. I was like, yeah. I mean, other than the fact that I went in being like, this guy's a villain. Like, they did a really good job with him in those for that introduction to where I was like, oh, he's actually got a good bond with Domon, and Domon's a
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
I was like, shit.
Like Domon's father is like, his father, but Master Asia is like his fun, like Master Asia is like his real dad
Yeah,
almost. Like they have like this close bond. Like you see Domon, who's like this angry guy, just like start laughing and just like smiling when he's around Master Asia, who like gives him a noogie almost. Like,
right. And oh, it really like it made until through this whole introduction to him. It wasn't till I started the episode after when I was watching the intro and just like vibing with the intro, and then I see the part with him, and I was like, oh right, yeah, like fuck,
yeah,
because like I was straight up like, oh man, this guy is deadly. I was like, we got a new ally, he's awesome. And then I was reminded by that spoilery ass intro that I was just like,
he
I'm getting attached to him, but he's clearly going to be a dick.
he immediately, when we first see him, we're introduced to him where Domon is like riding in his like hover car, which attaches to the Gundam, and Master Asia just runs up next to the hover car, like keeping
Right?
pace.
And he fucks with the Gundams without a Gundam. He's just like the mobile suits. He's just fucking up mobile suits with his bare
Yeah,
fists and shit. And it's just like this dude is a unit.
yeah, like why do you even need a Gundam?
Right? That's what I was thinking. I was like, he's hopping on bullets. He's walking on
Yeah,
fired bullets. I was like, this dude is getting what is the problem here?
he destroys Gundams using cloth.
Right?
Like he takes Domon's headband and magically elongates it so that it wraps around like these they're called the Dark Army, and rips their heads off.
Oh,
And
it's
it's like
beautiful.
it's like insane. And to be clear, his name is, yeah, his full title is Undefeated of the East, Master Asia.
Yeah.
If you pay attention to how Domon addresses him, it is very rare that he calls him Master Asia. He either calls him Master, or he will straight up call him as a name, Undefeated of the East.
That's true. Yeah, he totally does. I didn't realize that till you pointed it out. But yeah, he only says master or undefeated of the East.
Like, oh my god, it's you, Undefeated of the East.
Yeah. Oh, why is this show so great?
And they have the best handshake, like the best secret handshake. Where
Right?
they're just like, look, the East is burning red. So fucking good.
Oh yeah, no. And oh, I can't wait to talk about the later stuff with it all too. It
Oh,
gets so freaking good.
it's insane. And like, ugh. And oh my god, the Dark Gundam.
With the infection and stuff is like I was like, this is interesting. Where's this gonna go now? So that did leave me a bit intrigued. Like we meet Rain's friend who gets infected, and
What is it? It's like the Dark Gundam, which by the way is also called the Devil Gundam in Japan, has its three theoretical abilities. They say it all the time. They're like, these are its three theoretical abilities.
yeah, it's so beautiful. I can't wait to see where everything goes. I know a little bit because I think I've hit up to about 16 now, where things have kind of picked up a bit as far as
Oh, you're only on episode 16?
I think so, 16 or 18 I think was where I
Oh,
left off last.
my bad. I thought that you. Okay, I will be careful.
Oh,
All
it's
right.
no worries, man. I honestly like if you spoiled anything, I've already forgotten because we've been geeking out so hard on the names.
Also, it's just like with G Gundam, it's like the what doesn't matter. It's the how, essentially.
Right?
Like,
Oh, it's just so much fun. Like it's been I was watching it at the gym at work, and I look over, and both the guys who were on the treadmills next to me were just like watching it with no sound. And just looked at them like, "You want me to unhook my headphones?" And they were just like, "Yeah, sure." And I ended up just watching G Gundam with these two random, like, one of them had to be like 40, the other guy was like in his like early 60s, and the three of us just sat there watching G Gundam for like 45 minutes while we I was on the bike and they were on treadmills, and they were just like, when was this made? I was like 94. They're like, really? They're like, I've never seen this. And I was just like, oh yeah, it's G Gundam. And they're like, okay, we know what Gundam is. And then I was just
Yeah.
like, okay, you don't know what G Gundam is though. I was like, get fucking ready, boys.
G Gundam is like legally a Gundam. You know what I mean? Like it
Right?
is there is no other Gundam like it, and it's made it difficult for me to watch other Gundams because I'm always like, this is boring. Can I just watch them fucking punch each other in the face? Like,
Yeah, it's like I love certain. I've always loved Gundam. Some of them tend to fall. Most of them tend to fall off in the later halves for me. But like the fights are always fun. And G Gundam, it's been so much fun, and it's just so. It's not taking itself too seriously, and I love it. And I would love for them to take another crack at something like it so
I
bad.
know. I want so bad for there to be another anime in this world. Like, I don't think they're ever gonna do it.
No, but like, there's no reason that something like this can't coexist beside the serious Gundam. Like, they already do like the stuff like the Chibi Gundams and
Yeah.
everything like that. So like, why can't it branch out? Like, give us some dumb turn off your anime thing and hide your political messages subtly in the background. And like, that's honestly the way to do like messages, is don't cram it down your face. Like, if it's
Yeah.
there and exists in the story and therefore like that, people nowadays go online to look for video essays and shit talking about that stuff.
Yeah.
So if you layer it well, you're creating more intrigue, more engagement. People are going to come back to look for that the second time around, and like it's great.
It's interesting because, like, especially with Gundam, like, do you know about the Wow Cool Robot thing?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, so like, the joke is always like, oh, Gundam has this political message, but people just see the cool robots and they completely ignore it. G Gundam is like flips it upside down. Where it's just like, yeah, here's your cool robot. And then the political stuff is like kind of implied.
Right? Yeah, and it's great and it's
Yeah.
fun, and like it, I don't know, like I can get why the Japanese fan base might not have got on board. They're a little bit like, at the time at least, they were probably looking for something more serious, but I think a G Gundam style thing would work better in today's landscape where things like One Punch Man and other things are really popular, and it's like action comedy thrives in Japan, and
Yeah.
us in the West, we have a huge lack of comedies that are being created that are actual comedies. Like, a lot of our comedies are tanking and thus not being made. So like, I'm noticing a lot more people are really like, casual people are watching comedy anime here in Canada, because there's not that kind of like, other than Family Guy and The Simpsons and stuff. And if you're not into that kind of comedy, there's not a lot being produced unless it's like corny sitcoms. And like, I tried watching sitcoms the other day at work on Amazon Prime, and like, they were pretty painful. I was like, damn, like, where is comedy gone? And then I sit there and watch something like Mob Psycho 100 and I'm dying.
Oh, such a good, one of the best anime ever made.
Right? Like, it's what I've used to turn so many non-anime watchers onto it, and they're just like, "Oh my god, this is amazing." And yeah, it's there's so much better stuff I find coming out. Like, I used to think anime wasn't funny, but it was just like the anime comedy tropes that were in everything, like, was what I didn't find funny. And then I was like, "Oh, there's things out there that are actually trying to make me laugh, written by people who know how to make me laugh, not guys who are like good at drawing and action and storytelling, who are trying to forcibly cram a bit of humor into their story."
Right, like, and there's like some things that go along with Japanese comedy that like are kind of frustrating a lot of the times. Like, one of the things that happens a lot in Japanese comedy, part of the joke is the reaction.
Hmm.
So it's like, you'll see somebody make a joke and then someone will be like, "Oh my god, how could you do that? That's crazy." And to an American understanding of comedy, it's like you just killed the joke.
Yeah, and like, see, I don't mind like sometimes anime reactions are funny, and then
Yeah.
sometimes it's like, okay, this is like you're right. It seems like the whole joke is the reaction, and it's like that's when it doesn't land for me. But like, I find like Full Metal Alchemist, like when they do their little humorous sections and everything goes into chibi art, like stuff. I find most of that endearing. I'm like, man, this I
Yeah.
love it. And like Gotcha Yakuta there did some cool stuff with animation that was fun. That I'm not going to spoil anything for anyone who hasn't seen that series, but it does some pretty fun things with animation as well. And like it's always interesting to see that kind of stuff.
Well, it's just I say that because like the podcast that I co-host and like for those who aren't aware, I co-host Shonen Flop, which is podcast where we read manga that got canceled. And so much of the comedy manga we read is so fucking bad, partly because of that. It'll just be like, oh, that's a funny joke. Oh my god. And then they just hammer the joke through, and it's like, I got it. I got the fucking joke. Can we move on?
Yeah, it's brutal, and like it's hard when you're reading a comedy and the comedy's not hitting because there's only so many ways you can say, yeah, it just wasn't funny,
One of the things about G Gundam is that I'm never certain how in on the joke they are.
right? It's so hard to tell.
There is never like I have no idea how much of this is meant as a joke because I think some of it has to be.
It has to.
Like Master Asia at one point uses his ponytail as a flute and says, "We'll be the Pied Piper of Hamlin." And I'm just like, what the fuck is that?
I fucking forgot about that. How did I fucking forget about him using his fucking ponytail with a goddamn flute to control the rats?
Well, he was using that as like a metaphor, I think. Like I don't think he
Yeah,
does he do it? Like I don't think
I
he
don't.
does.
I
No.
remember if maybe I'm mixing up a scene from something else I've seen. I could have swore there's rats scurrying after it. I don't think he controls them, but I think it shows a scene of rats scurrying.
Ah, I'll have to watch that again. I don't remember that happening.
I might be mixing up a scene because I've binged so many things that maybe my brain is implanting that in. But for some reason, I feel like we do see a little quick cut of just rats running after he does it, but I can't remember.
That'd be great. No, but it's just like Master Asia turns into a giant fireball, but like his head just sticks out. And then he's like, "Go Domon, launch me!" And Domon like
Yes,
pushes him, like punches the ball, and he just goes like zoom.
it's so great.
Like you have to know that that looks insane, right? Like
It's so insane. God, yes, the Master Asia is like where this anime starts to really peak on the insanity, like
yeah.
really hard. And then, oh yeah, no, and it gets into quite a bit of non Gundam action.
Oh my god. It's just I showed you I took like copious amounts of notes with this series
Mm-hmm.
last time I watched it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just oh my god. There is like so much to talk about. We haven't even talked about like the French or Chinese Gundams at all.
Oh my god, like the Dragon Gundam is the Chinese one, right?
Sai Chi, yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
Dragon Gundam. Oh my god. He's got these two dads. Like these two I love his dads. They're
Right?
just like these two Shaolin monks that like train him and they're just like they're like adorable and ridiculous.
And okay, doesn't he just go on a rampage? Like, doesn't he just decided to go for a joyride? And they're like, "Can you go beat the shit out of him?"
So basically his Gundam gets stolen.
Right. Yes, that was it. He gets stolen from him. Yes.
It gets stolen by this guy.
Yeah, and then he picks him up. Right. He picks up Saisaishi.
Well, he's walking this guy has like a dragon puppet on his head.
Yes.
And then he attacks Domon by launching it at him and it wraps around him and bites him on the head.
God, I
And that's
forgot
like out
about.
of the Gundam, to be clear. Like that's
Yes.
like it's like what the like there's so many moments in this show you're just like what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, there is, and it's wild. You're just like, wait, what? What did I just watch? Rewind for a sec. Like,
Wait,
I could only
how?
imagine watching it on TV without the ability to pause and be like, wait, what am I
Oh
watching?
yeah, because here's the thing. Like, essentially, the way that I saw this is Toonami had Gundam Wing going for a long time, and Gundam Wing was wildly popular. But then Gundam Wing ended, and then they started showing G Gundam.
I can see where going from edgy pop band Gundam to this could be a bit of a jarring change.
Yeah, and G Gundam, well, it happened at the same time. Toonami used to was initially like at the same time slot as Adult Swim, so like midnight. Like that's when Toonami initially came on. Like maybe not midnight, but like later in the night, kind of. And then it switched to like right after school, basically.
Oh shit, yeah, it didn't come out here till like 2002?
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I was looking at all the Japanese release dates. Yeah, so wow, that's quite a jump. That's like,
yeah. No, like I saw this in when I was in like middle school. That's when I started watching it.
oh,
Like
deadly.
that's why I love that's one of the reasons I love this series. I have so much fondness and nostalgia for it, and it was just like it was kind of one of those things where I'd like, are you guys seeing this show?
Yeah, it
What the
is. It
fuck?
is some wild shit. Like if this was what Gundam was on when I was like watching Gundam, I would have been so much more into it. Like I think I got into it originally with we had a Japanese exchange student who showed me a bit of the original Gundam. We rented it from Blockbuster. And then
Oh hell yeah.
it wasn't until years later when Gundam Seed started playing here that I really got into it. Like I had heard about Gundam Wing in passing, but I didn't have like Cartoon Network or Toonami or anything. So I had no way to watch any of that. And it wasn't till I think it was Gundam Seed was the first one that really started airing here.
Gundam Seed was the show that they tried to replace G Gundam with, and I just it did not hold me.
It didn't me either. Like I liked the concepts, I liked the robots, but like like I could not tell you much about any of the characters to this day as where like something like this like oh I could talk to you about the names alone.
There's so much to talk about with fucking G Gundam. It's like what the it's a show where you're like every time I watch it I'm like how is this real? How is this a real show?
Yeah, I'm definitely pumped to watch more and talk more about it.
No, there's so much more I want to say after we get to the next part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to do that next time because I'm kind of running on. I like to keep it around an hour for the other editor I have who does stuff. So
No, it's perfect.
yeah, I can't wait to have you back and talk more about it, especially like these next few episodes. I've got so much to say. We're having to remember like, okay, we're only going up to about episode 12 with Master Asia and like the
Yeah.
next four, there's just so much. Like 90% of my notes are from these next few, other than like going through like we covered the names and stuff, and most of the stuff I had covered, and then yeah, the next little bit with the Dark Army and stuff is where I really have like a lot of notes, good and bad.
I always forget how dense this series is, like where stuff just keeps happening.
Right? Like I once you recommended it, I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to fit all 50 of these episodes into an hour. I was like, we're gonna have to do this in chunks.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for coming on. And anybody listening, if you want to come on as a guest, we are doing a giveaway for a Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter figure from now
Hell
until
yeah.
December 31st. You can come on up to 3 times to enter. You just recommend an anime, and once you've recorded the episode, you're entered for your entry. You can also refer people to be on the show for extra entries, or if you just don't want to yourself because you're shy or something, recommend friends who are more extroverted, and you could still win the figure. Anyways, thanks a lot, Jordan. Where can everybody find you? Just one last quick time before we sign off here.
So check out Shonen Flop. That's my podcast. Also, I recently participated in a game jam. I did the music for this game called Biscuit Bandits. Check it out. You can find it on it's mostly magic.itch.io/biscuit dash bandits. Or if you just go on itch.io and just search biscuit bandits, click on the one that looks like a gravy boat pouring maple syrup onto a big biscuit.
Yeah, we can also put links in the episode description for all your
That
stuff
too.
as well. Make it a little easier for everyone to find you. Really
That's a good
appreciate
idea.
you coming on again, man. And thanks for all the editing work. Hope to keep working with you in the future and have you back for more fun.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for having me, man.